Here's the first longhouse on display here at the library by Marley. And we just love how she added in the river to show what her longhouse consists of. Over here she has a bear skin, it looks like, hanging up. That's pretty awesome. She even added in some people, and it looks like they are around the fire. Very nice. And I love how she even added in a pumpkin patch with pumpkins in it. How creative. And there's some corn growing. Great example of a longhouse. Next up, we have a terrific and very realistic longhouse by Demita. Take a look at how she wrapped the cloth around her longhouse. Very creative. And here is another fantastic longhouse by Jordan. And there is even real trees. Oh, and it looks like a visitor from a bear. And check out how realistic this longhouse looks, with all kinds of tree bark and branches held together with twine. There's some skins hanging up, and even some people inside. Looks like they are very busy inside their longhouse today. There's even a fire going on in there. Very nicely done. Check out this longhouse by Lindsay. She has a garden. Uh-oh, looks like the deer might be hungry for a snack. She also has her skins and wood piles and a fire going. There's a little creek, and she very creatively used moss to show real live foliage. We're going to take a peek inside the longhouse. You can see there's a bed and a fireplace. Looks quite cozy in here. Very nice. Here's another stunning example of a longhouse by Nevaeh. There's even, looks like she did her house and she put real plants all over it to show that they used the materials available to them. She has a ladder to show how they could access the roof portions. There's all kinds of really cool things in here. Pine cones and different rocks in these wooden bowls. Very characteristic of what you would see around their houses at that time. Let's take a look inside. Very neat tree. And it looks like someone has been keeping a very tidy house in here. And she even put in a fireplace. We'll start that fireplace so we can see how nice it looks in here. There's a bed and looks like there's butter to churn. And look at this, to show that they grew a lot of different things. There's even apples. Looks like that's ready for a nice feast. Very cozy. And even outside here, let's take a look. There's a beautiful flower bed right next to a gorgeous pine tree. And it looks like there's something cooking over the fire outside. Looks like they're getting ready for dinner. Very nice job, Nevaeh. We just love the longhouse that David made here. Take a look at his garden, showing all the different types of food that the Native Americans grew. There is a pond with some very happy fish. We can see why they are so happy living here. This is a really neat longhouse. They put in real trees. This is so cool. And check out the longhouse made of the shingles. Let's take a peek inside. Looks very nice inside, very well designed. We have quite the architects here at Warren Street. Very nice job, David. Here is an example of a longhouse in the fall. Check out all the different types of leaves. Very nicely done. The longhouse is constructed using materials that would have been found around the settlement. Very nicely done. Here's another longhouse made with materials that would have been found in the area by Miss Hope, and we just love how she even put a horse by her home. Very cool. And she has a little miniature garden. Oh, it looks like she's growing some pumpkins and a lot of other delicious treats. The fire is just getting started. It looks like we have a visitor going out to tend to it. Nice job. Here is another longhouse by Hayden. Very nice use of graphics to show what traditional dress would have been for this particular longhouse. You can see there's all different types of Native Americans here showing different things what they would have done. Some are playing games like lacrosse, very popular. There are hunters and gatherers. There are some that are tending the fields and gardens. Very agricultural. And there's a nice fireplace for us. Looks nice and cozy. Excellent job on the construction of this longhouse. Very nice. Here is a great longhouse created by Jacob. We just love how the longhouse itself was constructed. Check out these timbers made from branches that are connected with twine and wire, and then filled in with shingling from tree bark. Very creative. And it looks like our residents might be engaged in some sort of a dispute over here, but there is a really cool fireplace that really flickers. And there's a great drawing to show what the rest of the area would look like, including a few critters you might see in the area. Very nice job. This next longhouse is constructed by Bobby, and check out the detail put into the doors. They really do open, and there's a lock to keep them in place so that you can open and close them. Very nicely constructed. The last longhouse here located in the library, we just adore. Check out the use of moss to make the foliage look so real. And in fact, there are real trees used in this example. This is done by Gabby. She has a nice brook which would have supplied the Native Americans who lived here with food and water, not only for themselves, but also for their plants. She even put in stones that you would find typically in this area. We just love the use of real trees. And even her fireplace is very nicely constructed. All set for cooking dinner. Her longhouse is very sturdy, and we're going to take a peek inside at the bunks, because a longhouse is where a whole family clan would live, so you'd need a lot of beds in there. And she put in lots of living space. It looks quite cozy. You even have a view of that beautiful stream from inside the longhouse. Very nicely done.